This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one. And it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check.
Hey, Delta.
Check.
Lead grip.
Now Lee. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lee looks to throw. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He spins free. Powerful running. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Yes.
On 1st and 10, Clifford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lawson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point. That's how he racks up the big yardage.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, echo. Now.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
54. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check it backer. Shot. Watch the shot. Jim.
Go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze.
Check.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, orbit.
2nd and 5. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, nice move. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Under 10. 10. Tight dog. He's coming. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
To throw is late. Throwing on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Let's go. 18 games.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Set. 60-or.
On second down now. It's Walker. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Stand up in.
You're out.
Quick edge. Come. Hey, watch the edge. Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert 3.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, seam 6. Hit it.
Back to throw, Lee. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pull it high.
Check. Fresno. Hey, check 24. Shoot.
Leo. Get it.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
54 miles. All day, dog.
Protein spill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Lee looking to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, exit.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Lee to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bring it! Bring it! Go! Hey, Zoo!
Throwing again. Clifford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw on third down, Clifford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Fielded at about the 28. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, wahoo! Get it!
Lee out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Come on,
the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill.
Now.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
Hey! High 7. Lee Griffin.
Back to throw. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Watch a slant.
Yep.
Check 31. Check your hot read. Right there. 54, right there.
Hey, Haywood.
Man, I got you.
Looking to throw. Clifford under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
On the set. Look, squeeze.
Whip. Watch the whip. Rush in.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, box drop. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing to start the drive. Clifford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 24. Watch that.
Leo.
Safety's creeping. Switch it.
Stand. Fight.
Again, it's Jones. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 15, run. 15, run.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
26, check 26. X3, 218, chop it.
Set. Watch the eye.
Go.
Check.
Hey, lock it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Jump.
Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Sam on.
Shift.
Go.
Get wide. Check. Crunch.
Yo, go. Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check. Let's go.
On 1st down, Mitchell. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight right. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
Hey, Charlie.
Check the backer.
80 weapons.
Watch the shot.
Hey, Rocket.
They run again with Walker. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Jim. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming for you. You mine. Right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Come on,
this quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
From the shotgun, here's Lee. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Lee. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Lee to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ready?
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let's go. Check nickel. Kill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
We got double up. Check.
Rock it. Let go.
And again this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Ready up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. Go. 10 logo. Hey, lock it.
Alert 3. Shift.
Hey, orbit. Now.
They'll go again to Jones. Spinning past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready, set.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, stand off. Hard. Let's go.
Running right, Jones. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is taken around the 12. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Lee, and now he's going to use his legs. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
You draw quarters. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Slant. Quick edge.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. Lee, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Lee got his target, Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Lee now operating from the gun. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Lee. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go there. 60 outlaw.
What I'm talking about.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Lee throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Go. Look, squeeze.
Now Lee throwing on 4th down. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Rock it. Be driven.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Switch. Check 4.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Chopper! Ready to go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Yeah, he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the ship.
Hard. Go, hit it.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.